They were fun. Boom, 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 boom.
I'll just put the mask on every time I leave the room. I need to keep checking that AI thing anyway, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm back. I'm just trying to share it out because I can't believe that happened. It must have been, it may have been, I'm back. It may have been, you know how I was drinking out that glass? It may have been that, even though you can't really tell, it just looks like a glass. So I'll just stick to using my cup. It just looks like I'm having a cup of tea or a coffee.
Sure, just having a coffee.
Honest, that's all it is. That was utterly insane. Do you know, it's actually quite funny. See the amount of times that I've sat and I've been on the side and I'm going, I'll just have a sly little cigarette. And it's never flagged from that. It's utterly craziness. But yeah, we'll go. Hi Heather, hi for everybody that's coming back in. Hi Mirangels again. Hi Chris. Hi Derek. Who's all back in? Hi Alice or Skelly. I can't believe that I got a restriction. That's just insane. But yeah, I was right. Actually, restarting is probably a good idea because you know we don't want. I don't want a proper full-on restriction. I know it only lasts like 10, 15. No, I think it lasts about 20 minutes or something like that when you get one of the restrictions, but they're not nice to see, especially the fact that it comes along the bottom. And if it comes along the bottom for me, I'm guessing it comes along the bottom for you guys as well. All because I was talking about pineapple on pizza. But what I was saying, we'll obviously maybe not mention that, but if you think about food in general, there's a lot of times that you have fruit with a meat as well. A duck with plum sauce, duck with cherry sauce, duck à l'orange. You know, just as a brief. But it's the only thing that can defeat a hungry clown. Okay, that's one. You don't eat duck? Oh, it's actually the one time that I actually only eat that I quite happily sit and eat the fat from, and that's fat for the duck, as long as it's got that crispiness to it as well. I love a bit of duck. Duck's really nice. I got, when I was for context, check the game, clown's hungry. Oh. Had that pizza, but I never had another meat or fruit. Not fat for me. I've always been a bit funny. I think it's texture wise, in general, because I don't eat a lot of skin from like any, well, you know, like chicken and stuff. Like I said, I'm a fussy eater. Considering I was a chef for 17 years, thank you, Heather. I was, I'm quite a fussy eater, like really quite bad. I know what things are supposed to taste like, but I just don't like the texture of some things. The texture of the things make me, yeah. It's one of the, I've been like that. Well, I now know it's because of my noodle spiciness, but in general, it was like I'm really fun about textures, but I really love a duck breast where when the skin's all nice and crispened up, and because obviously it's scored and crispened up, and you get a lot of the fat just underneath that as well. And I love duck confit, and I'll obviously have have it all with the skin and stuff. I quite happily have a leg of duck confit with all that good stuff. Yes, I do know that pineapple actually eats you back. It's probably why it is actually served a lot with pork and ham as well, because it breaks it down and makes it a little bit softer.
Probably.
textures are a massive issue with for me. I'm really fussy. I don't. It's for example, I hate sweet corn. I hate the texture of sweet corn, and I'm not a big fan of shellfish. I know how they're supposed to taste, but I'm not a fan of shellfish at all. I don't like the texture. And but like I said, I know how it's all supposed to taste. I had no choice but to still be tasting it because, like I said, Chef 17 years, so you had to taste it. But I would literally be like, I hate sweet corn, I hate fish. Mushrooms are anything rubbery for me. Courgette skin, that's an interesting one. Do you like courgettes? Like the inside of the courgette without the skin? Well, sometimes it doesn't have much flavour, so you have to really give it the big flavour boost. That's an interesting one. Never thought of the skin of some stuff. The feel of the skin puts me off. No, you don't like mushrooms either, Mirage's fair enough. Try to think of other things. Oh, and kush balls. Try to think of other things that I don't like the a texture of, and I can't like quite think of it. Oh, green beans. I don't know why I don't like green beans. I don't like the texture of green beans, and I hate Brussels sprouts. Detest Brussels sprouts and white cabbage. Hate them all. Oil or anything greasy. Hi, Grizz.
I can't fucking see. I keep moving.
Or should I say void heart? Seeing as that's who he's in as. The feeling of dry paint on my fingers. Love all of them. Oh, I wish I had been able to feel a dry paint on my fingers. See, so Derek, I kind of get that in a little bit, but because I do a lot of arts and crafts in general and I love painting, I'm used to eventually my hands getting absolutely covered in little bits of paint when I've been, mixing and painting and stuff. So that doesn't bother me quite as such. And I also love peeling. I loved it, and I've always done it when I was a kid. The PVA glue, putting it over my hands just so I can sit and peel it off. Or wax. Candle wax. Who's not done that? As a kid, like dipped your finger in the tea light candle when it's went out but it's still wet but not too hot, and you get that nice bitty the stuff you used to use at school. But I adored the glue. Can't scrape new spuds. It's like the feeling of the skin's hanging on. That's quite interesting. Do you wear gloves then, Macy, if you're peeling potatoes? You used to do the same thing. Yeah, I still do it as an adult. No. Are you able to eat the skin of potatoes, or do you just not touch it at all? No, don't touch it at all. Fair enough. Oh no, I have to be careful when I'm making because like I said, I do crafts as well. When I'm making up candles or if I'm making up wax melts, of not fair enough. The feeling, I get that. I have to be careful not to sit and play with the wax afterwards or when I've made them up, because it's the temptation's there. The temptation of letting he's having a wee rolly. It shouldn't be fine. It should be fine because you can't really see. Oh, is it the bad flu that's been going around, Derek? The one that lasted like weeks and weeks.
Incense.
Because in just before Halloween, I ended up with what I thought was just a blue tack, especially if somewhere hit someone in the wall, got to pinch it a bit to fidget. Yeah, I actually have, when I eventually do the I can barely talk, but I got I was going to say, can you use anything to numb that, but that would make it worse, wouldn't it? Well, I ended up being the whole, but it could have been this as well. To both of you for now. Oh, thank you for the hugs. No, I was ill for a good, what was it, 5-6 weeks, because it went into December, the first part of December as well. I was really quite bad. Couldn't work, was just ill. At first anyway, and then even when I went back to work, I was still quite like coughy and chesty and stuff. It was just awful. Wasn't able to sleep properly, wasn't able to do anything really. All it felt like I was doing in the first part in November was just being ill, and the cough just would not go away. I'm in the office and I've literally had like antibacterial gel and spray, and I bought like antibacterial wipes just to use all around wherever I was sitting, and it was a consistent, like, it became a bit obsessive. Obviously in November when I was going into the office, I was very much like, oh, COVID 4 times, oh Jesus. I had COVID once and I was really bad. They had to give me steroids to help me breathe. The asthma steroids. What they call it begins with a P. You'll know what I'm talking about. Tiny wee ones, and you have to take like 7 at a time. Horrible. But COVID's not nice. COVID's not nice in the slightest. That's horrible. Do you, Alice or Skelly, do you suffer from like respiratory issues that might have made it worse? When I got COVID, the one and only time, it was after I'd had the vaccination, and I got the vaccination. Yeah, I am. I'm a lot better now, but there is a nasty little flu going around like everywhere. I've been fine since. Oh, that's a good thing then. There's a nasty little flu going around at the moment. Yeah, so you'll know the tiny wee tablets that you have to take. That sometimes if my asthma's flaring up, then I have to take them, but most of the time I'm fine. But I hate them. Everybody else says that they make them feel really hungry. I can't eat when I'm taking them, and I really struggle. And it's like, well, that's not really helpful. Literally having to sit myself 6 at once. I don't work anyway. I'm disabled. Well, if it wasn't for like I have been told from a doctor that I don't have to work if I don't want to, because my neurospiciness is enough to have me on the, but it keeps me sane. If I was still a chef, I don't think I would work. If I was still a chef, I think I would have taken the, yeah, you don't have to work at all. But I'm out of that, and thankfully work are really quite good. They back before a year before I did the thought of maybe being neurospicy had even crossed my mind, I was getting treated for other things, and occupational health said that I had a mental health disability. Used to work up to 2020. Oh, it can't be easy to give up work though. I know from people around me how difficult it is when they're told that they can't work. Because it's tough, it's difficult. Yeah, I would imagine you did love it. But no, like I was told from occupational health that because of how I was through work, that I wouldn't, if I really wanted to, I wouldn't need to work. But I'd said the work kept me sane, and it gets me out of my bed. But even then, on days off and stuff, like, thank you, Macy. I'll be in AD's live later, so I'll make sure to talk to you in the comments section. But thank you for being here. It's very appreciative. Thank you for everybody that's popping in as well. Look at all those tattoos, are so sweet. Yeah, but when I obviously got the neurospicy diagnosis, it was obviously something that the doctor had discussed, because I was off sick for a while as well, because it just wasn't functioning, couldn't function in the slightest. One thing happened, it was I'd had a really bad week, and then something else then happened, and I thought it was all right. I thought I got over it, and then it was the case of that, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back, which just made me go, nah, and I ended up being off for 6 weeks. It was a long time to be off for, and it was actually really difficult to go back to the swing of things as well, working wise. But I had to go. If I didn't go back, then I would never have went back to work, and that's a tough thing to say. But I knew I wasn't in the best place, but I'm totally grateful to work about all the support, because they didn't have to give me anywhere near as much support as what I get. But being on all sorts of like third party coaching things for the neurospiciness as well, and then they found out that they obviously told me that I was mildly dyslexic as well, which I didn't know, which was all news to me. So it was quite interesting. Chronic pancreatitis, very good digestion, bowel doesn't work, diabetes. Oh, Skelly, I'm so sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that. I know from speaking to people that have got fibromyalgia, I know how much that can take over life. And my dad, when he was with us, he had type 1 diabetes as well, and I know the difficulty that he had, because he had to take early retirement and stuff for that. So I know they're not easy conditions to live with in the slightest. Really tough conditions actually to live with. What are you playing? Oh. I thought it may be... I've got a really random question. Why can you not get pancreas? Why can people not get pancreas transplants? Because you would obviously think that would help. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. I like being, like I said before, with me doing the true crime stuff, I know we all have had something in our life that we know that we've all maybe been a victim of something. And I never had a voice. I was told to be very quiet about what happened once. And then I grew up, and then I realised that it was nothing to do with me, and I shouldn't have, there was no need for me to live in shame. And I wished I had something like what I do, that I could see and watch and realise that I was still entitled to a voice. That's good that you've not had a bad flare-up recently, Skelly. And when I started to do it, I initially had started with me helping other people. I followed true crime since I was young. Like I was telling you all about when I was talking about the Tupac and Biggie. And I watched all the shows on the TV. And when there was a few times that I would randomly start to help other people, found information and stuff, and it was actually a suggestion from someone else. So we're just like, why don't you cover it? Because you can find out, you do a lot of digging, and you look for the information. If you can't find it, then you'll not see it. And I was like, oh, I couldn't do that. Nobody wants to listen to a random Scottish person going on about true crime. And I was kind of pushed and encouraged to actually do it because I had initially an account that got hacked, which is still actually on the streets of TikTok, actually. I never had a niche, so I was all over the place. I was going to talk about from one thing to the other and the stuff, and then I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I just enjoyed just being random on the app. And I did a couple. It was just a couple of tester ones to see how they would go, and but obviously it was the encouragement as well. And then when I obviously started the last one, which was removed, which I lost. I don't think I'm ever going to get that back, which is a shame. That's when I realised that that's why I'll put in the random videos as well. Like they are coming, by the way. They'll be for followers only, or friends only, I suppose. But you will see the random stuff as well, because I am a bit odd. I'm no normal. But I done a couple. Obviously, I realised where I wanted to take my content when I created the other one after I get an account hacked and lost, and I enjoyed giving the victim list a voice. I like being an oddity, but normal's boring. Normal's boring. So exactly. Very true statement. You don't buy pens and want them all to be the same colour, so why have everyone be the same? I love that. That is awesome. That's going to get another wee pin. Being perfect is boring too. Oh, too many to pin. I want to pin you all. A shame you can't pin multiple comments. Thank you so much, Holly. That's very appreciative of you. Thank you. And also thank you for being here as well. I know because this is just me. I'm just going to talk a lot of shite day, and it's not going to be anything serious. Obviously, I did obviously talk a little bit about serious because we had obviously what's going on in the app today, unfortunately, in the UK with our very own comic crime, so when obviously with me touching upon that, I remember my now lost account. I was really quite annoyed and probably a bit disgusted that she hadn't that there was a wee thing that hadn't changed her ways and something. And somebody asked me if I could pop up an awareness, and it wasn't a hate live because I kept saying that as well. Every time that, thank you so much, Scally. Every time that somebody thank you, you're so sweet. Every time that somebody said it was a hate, I'd actually said no, because I used to really like the way she used to do it. She used to cover cases, and she did used to help, and it was about the victims, and the victims were first. And it kind of changed. Like I said, it's really easy to fall into a trap where it can actually change into something that's maybe not quite as good as what they want to do, or it wasn't confined to the good part, and it kind of moved on to maybe a bit more of the negative part, which was a shame. That's what I kept saying. And I said it, and I mean that's going back now over a year ago as well. Maybe that's a bit too long. Maybe I would say about 6 to 8 months ago. Maybe we'll go for that one. Maybe it's things kicked off. She might get help, but she needs it. If being, yeah, I agree, and it could well be that I mean, this might sound mean, and it's not to be mean about her in the slightest, but it could be the fact that she's also really lonely. So the creation of the drama got her the views and stuff, which supposed to have a false. Thank you, Skelly, and thank you, Tara. It could have just been the fact that maybe she was a little bit lonely, and then she realised that changing. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, I got a wee warning. So I thought, well, one of the wee caution things. So I thought that it was suggested for me to restart the live. But it could have been that she just got a bit lonely, and maybe that's where things took a bit of a negative turn, and it would be we're just sort of rolling back about different things, because I'd obviously discussed why I talked about true crime and stuff, about wanting to give victim lists back a voice, and I'd obviously mentioned my Lost account. Bananaed account. I'd obviously done an awareness live on her and mine, and when nothing was about hate, and I still wouldn't, because I would like. I'd like to. Yeah, I will restart. You're right. I should have just done that at the start. You always get worried. Thank you, but what would be nice if. And I said this as well. I did actually say this. I was saying this to my partner when this was obviously getting discussed. Was the fact that I know that she uses her content to fund lifestyle and stuff. Thank you so much. To go Berry. I know she uses it to fund her lifestyle. It's part of her job. She has wish lists. She uses ultimately TikTok as being a job, and she has children, and well, there is as well. I know, but she does have kids, and he is playing Helldiver 2? Or is it just Helldiver? Just Helldiver. Oh, I was right. Helldiver 2. But it would be nice if she came back in a way where she could find her way back to how she used to cover it, where it was victim first, and mine's watching Chelsea. I didn't even know there was football on tonight. I wouldn't do that to Chris. He doesn't like football. I do. I was in obsessed with Fortnite. FA Cup matches. Oh, I forgot it was FA Cup today. I think that's why Leeds don't play till tomorrow, because I'm not in the FA Cup. Can't remember. I need to double check. I love football as well. I love going to a game. Fallout was good, but 76 ruined it a bit. You need 67, unfortunately, or 76. I'm not sure. I've never played Fallout. I used to love gaming. I'm very much a PlayStation girly. Turtle losing 3-1 to Chelsea. Nottingham Forest locks to Wrexham in the FA Cup. That's actually quite funny. To Wrexham. Isn't Wrexham the... Oh my god, what's his name? He plays Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. Is Wrexham not Ryan Reynolds? Thank you. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. That took me a moment there. Isn't that the one that's actually really funny? Although, to be fair, right, for a wee football league thingy, he's done quite well for them. I know it's him and another person. I'm no that Delulu, but it was totally random. He just decided to buy Wrexham or co-own Wrexham, and like I started giving them some money, and suddenly they started playing really well. But that is funny that Nottingham Forest got beat by them. Oh, I'm a massive. I love what they're doing for a small Welsh team. Yeah, I'm totally. I live in Notts, but don't support Forest. Football is good law. My mum said Jota Philippe. I'm a Hearts fan, and thank you, Holly. And I am also a Leeds fan as well. Support more of Leeds. Yeah, I'm a proper Heart supporter, as in I've been to matches as well, but I still follow Leeds, even though they've done terrible. I don't think we are going to win it. I have to think of it in a sensible way. Rangers are very, very, very close behind us now. I support Notts County. Nice. And Bunlings. Hearts do have a game in hand, which is great. I think it's utterly hilarious how badly Celtic are performing. I actually needed to check the games today, actually, because the Hearts don't play till tomorrow. But it's been an interesting season. No one expected Aberdeen last year. It's the wee team's time. Motherwell, my local, they're doing well. Yes, they are doing really well. They were an unexpected wee bump up. Leeds fan used to park on my doorstep, cheeky fuckers. And used to pay for Forest under 16. This is so much fun. I love football talk. Celtic were good today. Good. I actually did they win, Tara? Did Celtic actually win? I should maybe check. Mother phone. Right now. BBC Sports Football. Oops.
I think they would be fucked.
There we go. I might have even. Yeah, they did. Good. Actually, the thing is though, like, I mean, I don't blame them for sacking Nancy. Right. What have I got it started on? So Leicester 2-0, Everton. Oh, go away, maybe later. Oh, for God's sake. Look at Wolves go. I'm kind of gutted. I was hoping that I was hoping that I'm not gonna lie, but I was kind of hoping that Motherwell would beat Hibs just because it would have been funny, and obviously, like I said, I'm a Hearts fan, so you know, I always want the wee team to lose. I'm now waiting for a Hibs fan to come in and be raging at me. Enough. Like, it's in my team at work, because we're all split into obviously the wee teams. I'm the only Hearts fan. They're mainly Rangers and Celtic. And I just found out, because I do it in a really underhand way unless I see them face to face, and I always put in, if like Hearts have, I don't play fantasy football. I've always wanted to, but I've no idea how to get started on it. So I wouldn't want to do it, just in case I really balls that up. Because I'm a big chicken. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. But so that the football fans, well, specifically Celtic and Rangers football fans, never got annoyed with me. I don't know. You're like, I am like literally. I am horrendous at ballsing things up. I do it all the time. Like, even sometimes the most simplest tasks, it's like, don't know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing and I don't get it explained to me about 20,000 times, and then sometimes that's like, they have to show me more than once, because obviously everything's about visuals, right? And guarantee you, when I go and do it first time, I'll still mess up. I actually do. It's a genuine, like, it's menopause is my excuse right now. I'm perimenopausal, so I do have that, but I blame my neurospicy brain. That's what causes it. Everything gets blamed on that now. Anything that comes out of my mouth is absolutely ridiculous. I blame it all on that. Brain fog, blame it all on that. It's the best get out of jail card. It really is. Although I wouldn't do anything wrong. I wouldn't do anything illegal. A lot to be. And also the space in the road. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Tinkerberry, just for you saying, oh, you're also neurospaced. Did you know that she lied about actually, were you hearing me? I said that she had lied about the ADHD. Hayley Clement lied about having been diagnosed with ADHD. She used everything on that. I mean, like I remember once when, yeah, lies. She's never been diagnosed with it at all. She blamed everything on it. I always remember thinking that she really needed to blow her nose, but I didn't think that she was at first. Yeah, she also said, right. So this is I was going to say this before I got before I got sidetracked earlier, because again I get sidetracked with everything, right? So it's just normal for me. But she obviously mentioned about this, and she had mentioned about her history of, taking this and what have you. And what she said was actually no true. So, yeah, which is kind of wrong. So, I remember taking the speedy stuff, right? Getting away with saying that because Need for Speed and all that. And it wasn't affecting me like what it was affecting all the people that were around me. I remember just feeling focused, actually, to be fair, right? So I just remember feeling really focused, and I was just like, and after the second time taking it, I swore I never take it again because how I felt afterwards was absolutely horrendous. And I was like, no, this isn't right. And then years later, when I was a chef, sorry, I'm not going to get in trouble for this because I didn't work as a chef anyway. Did miss the green, but not anymore. Used to do that a lot as well, actually. I used to calm down. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I was wondering who had popped in. Accept. Why is it not accepting? Accept. Oh, got you. Hello. Hello. But how you
Thanks for
doing?
accepting.
That's all right.
It's just really interesting. Really interesting. It's the first time I've heard the ins and outs of the actual lies that were always assumed, but to find out the factual is,
To
it's
be fair,
terrible. Absurd.
finding out she was blackmailing people was utterly
Oh,
disgusting. I was actually when I was hearing, I want to say Minnie, but it might have been Mimi. I can't remember now. I feel really bad because it was because it was
there was a lot going on.
yeah. But I knew there'd been a lot with Kiki, and I'd never really understood. And I'd obviously, I thank you, Skelly. I knew that obviously there was a lot of lies about Amanda. And I knew ages ago. Yes, the blackmailing. It's Kiki's not allowed to say much.
Yeah. I got a message for Kiki to ask me to just edit one video, but I just took it down because there's some things she disclosed in there for Hayley to carry on as she is. It's completely abhorrent. There's no way on God's earth she's been through. Oh,
like
I try not to say it lightly, but she doesn't come across as somebody that truly understands DV
no.
at all.
Also, she's been in Pearl's life tonight, crying.
I didn't hear her.
Who, Hayley?
No, I've not seen it.
Unless she's talking about Kiki. It may have been Kiki. Because Kiki was crying. I saw that. Yeah, Kiki, I saw that. I literally, I'd jumped over to Ginger Gemini, and somebody asked her just to calm too briefly. And then I jumped out of Ginger Gemini's and went back over to Pearl, to Pearl's live, just so I can say to Kiki directly, she's got a whole app that will fully support her.
Absolutely.
And it's
Absolutely.
unconditional support as well. There's no conditions attached to that.
Completely agreed.
Like I've seen Kiki was in Pearl's live. Yeah, I saw it's horrible. Did I go again? Because I'm literally like I'm itching my nose just because.
She got questioned in Pearl's Live as well by James Ozzy, which I love the guy. And it was a justified question, I suppose, but I didn't like the way that Kiki was the only mod taking all. You were mods, you knew this was happening, you lied for her. I mean, Kiki's incredibly vulnerable right now.
Mhm.
Incredibly vulnerable. I
Yeah,
mean, how she's had the strength to come on at all, I
no,
don't know. I really don't know. And big up Kiki, but you must
yeah,
really please protect yourself, girl, right now.
100%. She needs all the support and all the love that she can get. I mean, when all the stuff had kicked off initially with Amanda and the lies that she was talking about with Amanda, um, I spotted Amanda in Ginger Gemini's obviously just talking. She was really quite upset about it all as well, and but Haley didn't stop going for her.
No.
Is Kiki Ginger Pearl Amanda? I think so. Oops. Kiki was in mods. Ginger wasn't. Ginger, the lies that she said about Ginger's partner. That's what brought.
The perversion that she speaks about Ginger.
Oh,
Touching
it's horrible.
herself, doing this. I mean, what kind of mindset is that? Come on.
It's not that
Oh.
when I will never forget. Like obviously, but the one time that I did awareness on Haley, and that was when I kept saying, you know, she could. There is time for her to go back, and there was at the time there was 100% time for it to go back the way she used to be reported, and that was when it was the Adriana Young case, and she was, because by that point she had said that she would pay people to burn down the hotel if the hotel started back up again.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did not, I can't remember her name, but Lucy whatnot, did she not get jailed last year before, for putting out a tweet asking people to burn down hotels?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was just a tweet, written word. That's a spoken word. For me, that is an absolute crime right there.
And also about and I'm making out that it was a joke to, there was obviously this but was recently, but obviously I jumped on an awareness live about it, and I kept saying, and I was consistent in saying every time that somebody said this was a hate live, you're bullying and blah blah blah, I kept my response, and it was a repeated response, and it was the same thing that I was consistently saying. I am not saying this in a place of hate. I am saying this in a, she can go back, and she could always go back to how she yeah, it probably is why it's account because
Somebody mentioned in Pearl's live earlier, I mean, I'd love to take the anyway, whatever the word is, but yeah, she's a grief thief. And she loves to pick up on other people's grief and set up whatever GoFundMe's, or, you know, if it's just gifts through TikTok. She's such a sympathetic woman. I mean, I hate the way nowadays everybody mixes up sympathy and empathy. I hate that. Empathy is you know, you didn't hear much about that in the old days. People know what sympathy is. We're all sympathetic. Empathy is putting yourself in people's shoes, and she does not have that ability whatsoever. She might feign sympathy, but she cannot fake any empathy. It's just not within her body at all.
And unfortunately I hate throwing out the narcissist word.
Oh, she's completely and utterly.
She's
And her followers, sorry for interrupting. Her followers are sycophants. Until literally their rugs pulled from under them, which she inevitably will do.
Yeah, and I worry about her mods as well.
Yep.
Like I have mods, and I would never expect them to be only in my life and my life only, because that's not fair, because that's you saying that they have to be there for you 100%. If they can't turn up, they can't turn up. They want to go watch somebody else, they can go watch somebody else. I would never have.
It's not fair, and it's not feasible.
No. And I'd obviously found out that because some from mods were going to other places, she was having a go at them for it, and then she would demod them because how dare they not watch her, and it's like, come on.
that superiority complex.
It's like, come on, and you know, like you can touch on it, but at the same time, like when I did the one awareness live on her, I kept it was a consistent from me. She can turn this around. Just needs to try and pull back from the drama, and she has to remember she has to put morals over money, and
I
because
can't even agree with that.
it's
I
like
mean,
like
for
a thing
me,
taken from women.
all she ever did was read. I mean, I'm 54 now. I've read all sorts of true crime things to take my mind off my own life and blah, 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 blah over the decades. And all she does is read stories that have already been on TV, they've been in all the murder magazines, and she doesn't even read them that fluently. I mean, I don't think she's got
Doesn't
any
need them.
talent whatsoever.
I don't have, and I will always say this. I don't have any degrees in anything that I talk about. When I discuss mental health stuff, the reason that I would discuss it is because I've had it all up here. I've got a wee certificate that I've done for work, but that's only a small certificate. It's not a, you know, it was for work purposes only. It was about an understanding. But like, I only talk about it because I've been through so much, that I've heard so much, and I've done so much, that if something that maybe it didn't help me at the time, but it might help somebody else, so I'd happily share it. But I'm always a full disclosure on that as well. If I talk about, you know, my account is about the primarily crime, missing people and stuff, but I do the additional research, you know, because sometimes you have to read like multiple things to get to the actual facts and the full facts, and sometimes if there's a foundation, or if there's a, you know, just to maybe share a wee story about the victim, you know, if they're an older person and
Just
stuff like
put
that,
some sort of personality to it.
because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it should be focused on the victim.
The victims. I mean, I posted something the other day, and it was just, it was, in fact, I don't think I posted it. I think I reposted it. But it was just Haley going on and on with a ridiculous, inverted commas, sense of humour and this and that, while there was victims' pictures in the
Yeah.
background. And I mean, come on. If you could show a picture of disrespect, that's
I
it.
was utterly appalled when she was covering the baby Emmanuel Harrow case,
Hmm.
and I saw the clip of it, and somebody had requested her to have a battle, and she was like, "Oh, he's really hot and stuff." And the whole time, there's this picture of baby Emmanuel up on the screen,
Oh my God.
and then she was talking about the fact that she was a bitch on heat and stuff, and I was like,
Oh God.
"No, no,
Well, she's not wrong there.
she's not wrong there, clearly, but at the same time, you've got to have a bit of respect." It's like, I end when I'm doing my live, I always end it with just a bit of a laugh and a joke. So I'll not title the lives when me having a title on a live is very rare actually. But I thought I'd make it obvious that it was about, you know, not about a specific case, like what most people are used to me doing. But at the end of it, I'll make sure to touch that green screen, take that down, and then say, okay, as we've discussed this, you know, and blah blah blah. I'm now going to be, and then I'll maybe have, but even then, my laugh or a joke is that it's just me decompressing, and I have to.
Exactly. You're just trying to lighten it before people put their head down, and that's all they've got in the head.
Yeah.
You just, like you say, you just decompress everyone if you can.
But that's how it should be. She shouldn't have been doing it while she was talking about that, and it used to really bug me. But I would keep going. You know, maybe she's not realizing. But I do think the drama talk went to her head too much. She realized that it was. She realized that's how she was making her money. She realized that that's how she was getting her hits, and I always.
And that doesn't sit well, and you're already an egotistical twat. Sorry, darling. Sorry.
Totally true. We spoke. I mean, I spoke about this. I spoke about this with AD as well. It was initially when she was doing. Then she was doing gifting while she was talking about a victim, and I'm like, no, can't do. Oops, I have no idea what I am doing, but whatever it is, I'm messing.
That's my kind of girl.
Oh
my God! Jump scare.
Sorry. Oh, but I think I've pulled out wires when I've not realised. Oh, that it's been the cat. You know how cats like to pull at things at the
Oh,
most.
maybe Haley's casting a spell.
Well, people think that maybe my last lost account was because of her and maybe her following, but I don't want to. At the end of the day, I'm trying to continue to do that, feel good, but I do think that in this coming back from this, unless she can, I don't know, like properly apologise, but then at the same time, she's going to
Oh
need to
God,
apologise for
what? You'd
absolutely.
accept it back as a what? Ooh, I don't know.
Mm.
Friend, associate,
Well, I never really associated.
comrade.
I never
What
associated
the
with
hell
her
could that
anyway.
woman be to a normal person?
I never really associated with her anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm messing about with things.
I know, and I sound like I'm being a bully. This is the first
No,
time I've come
no,
across you, and I think you're lovely. So I'm not bullying you at all. And
no,
now I'm
no.
just being paranoid. Oh God, now I'm going to show.
That's better. Wires were loose, so.
Tell me about them. They're in my ears.
No, like it's again. I hoped it was that when I did the awareness, and I kept saying, this is not about here. She needs to do her research more. When she put Highlander, and I remember coming across Highlander when I was covering a couple of cases, and I hadn't covered the who he was saying was his granddaughter at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I first come across Highlander, and I'd let him come up and stuff, but there was something off.
Mm-hmm.
But so I wouldn't push anything that he was trying to sell. And then he became very forceful in trying to come up into the box to the point. And I'd done a mental health. I used to do Tuesdays mental health lives, but I had to stop them because it became too much for me. So I'm going to choose to go back to doing that once a month rather than every week. Well, obviously, discussing what I'm talking about as well, it does cover quite a lot.
Hell a lot of people with mental health on here, though, for one person to deal with in an inbox.
And I was like, and one of the ones that I did, I let him come. This was the first time I let him pop up, and he was really. It was almost like confrontational with me as well, and I was very kind. I stayed kind. I stayed as nice and as calm as I possibly can because you never know what somebody's going through.
Mm-hmm.
But then something never quite sat right when I'd obviously went to. I think I found his Facebook, and I was like, "Hang on a minute, where's the pictures of his so-called granddaughter or anything that was going on? Like, there's something not right going on here."
Mm-hmm.
And then Esther, my mod that has been with me for a long time, she was like, "I don't trust him." We'd had this discussion afterwards. She was like, "I really don't trust him." And then it was the constant, every time that I was live, he kept trying to come up into the box. And I was just like, "No, I'm not bringing any boxes in today. I'm not bringing any boxes in today." I felt like I had to say it. And he kept interrupting as well. And it just seemed really, I don't know, there was something wrong. And then eventually he stopped because I stopped going live all the time. Obviously, I never heard from him. I would just do the videos and that was it. And then I found out that Haley had given him a platform to the point that she was getting him gifters. She was pushing him for
Anything for
this.
views.
She was pushing this and pushing this and pushing this. And then it turned out that him being the little girl's granddaughter was actually a load of bollocks.
Yep.
And it was a scam. It was all a big scam. And then she went on there. She blamed her following for not researching. And I remember going, has she been real? If I got something wrong, or if I needed corrected and somebody corrected me on something that I'd done, like maybe I've got something wrong, or maybe I've misread something, or I've misheard something when I've been doing it, like I did it with the Brian Colbert when I was covering the Idaho case, and I got something wrong when it came to the court documents, because the court documents were like obscene amount of the court documents. I misread something, and somebody corrected me, and I immediately went, I'm going to do a video response thanking them for correcting me and saying, I was wrong here, but it's because you have to take accountability. If you've got something wrong, you have to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I misread it, and I explained how I misread it. And I was like, if you actually see the size of the document, it's very easy to misread something because you've got a lot to digest. And I was given, snippets of it. But again, I took the accountability when Carly Russell was classed as being missing before we found out it was a hoax. I couldn't go by what the communities were saying. I had to stick to, and it was the same with AD as well. We stuck to what the facts were. Because you never know, these things do happen. When it
I am
comes
ashamed to say I'm not sure who AD is.
After Dark, Coffee and Crime.
Okay,
We
sorry.
call it AD as a habit, just calling it AD.
I'm new to those guys as well, to be honest. This is all tonight. I found you a lot.
After Dark, Coffee and Crime. So her and Haley were once friends.
Mm-hmm.
Then Haley decided that she was going to say, and I do think it was jealousy, because after the AD, she hit the 300K first. Hi, Sarah. I was going to say Sriracha there just because my eyes read that, so I apologize. Then there was this fallout, but it was off app. It was an off app fallout, and whatever happened anyway. And then Haley accused AD stalking her and doxing her and revealing information about the biscuit tin thing. She never did. She never showed me the. That's Sarah. Oh, cool. Well, hi, Sarah. But then she was obviously. Haley had shared. It was just, I think it was either an arm or a leg, one of the two, and it was off a dead person, and it was a dead child, and it was Adriana Young's, and it was either the arm or the leg, and she shared it on this live, and she went and done a big video on it and stuff like that, and I'd already spoken to AD off app, and we were discussing about how disgusting it was because we'd all heard about it, and we were like, as true crime content creators, we didn't do that, and as community guidelines as well, you should never be showing stuff like that in the slightest.
She's absolutely vulgar. I'd go so far as to say that she gets a bloody thrill out of it, because the sense of humour is absolutely warped. So I'd go so far as to say she got a kick out of those kinds of photographs.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen crime scene photographs, and I would never dream about cropping a deceased person that had been murdered and putting it onto, especially an app like this.
Yeah.
Just because I have this sitting at over 18 doesn't mean that an underage 18 person is going to come across something like this. You know what I mean? Everyone can lie about their ages, and you should, and out of respect for the dead person as well, you should never be showing that in the first place. If somebody wants to see it, then they can see it themselves. And that was the one time that it was the first time I'd ever seen AD like really pissed off, and she never mentioned the name. She would not mention the name, and she kept not mentioning the name. But by golly, we're all us mods like really busy because the comments came for AD, and I found out you can watch somebody without watching them for the For You page accidentally, because I noticed the comment was live, and I kept coming out AD's live and watching because I'd searched this before I got blocked. I'd searched her name. And then you can go over a couple of tabs and see if a person's live without seeing it on the For You page. So you don't know that it's that whole can-to, and that's how they do it with that. So they didn't see who's watching. And I was sitting watching it, and she was literally saying, and all I'm getting talked about on After Dark's thing is this and this and this and this. She's reporting this, she's doing this. Not one single person had actually went into her live at all, and we were actually even I said I took a screenshot of where I was watching it from, to prove that I wasn't.
It's literally full of doo doo.
And then AD ended up having to take. I'm sure she'd end up taking a break from that account for a little bit, and then that was when the mass reportings were happening after that, and AD had to. But she kept not saying her name. She kept refusing to mention her name, to the point that there was some homophobic comments that were coming. and a harassment order, a harassment case had to be raised after dark. Had to end up
Homophobic comments coming from her.
from Haley Comet and the comments. We'll just say.
I mean, we all can tell from what she says, and also what a small child says, that she's already racist. Yeah, I didn't realise the homophobia as well.
Yeah, so there was the homophobic aspect of it, and to the point that After Dark had to file a police report because it was harassment, and she had to. Because she was obviously After Dark's got a larger following, so she got an account back really quite quickly. She was part of the agency as well, so they helped her get her account back at the time. But she ended up having to private some of her videos. But then Haley was still going for After Dark as well, our AD, and she kept saying, oh well, all she's doing is copying me. She's coming over onto my profile. She's coming over onto my page. She's seeing why I'm doing something, so she's doing this. And it was nothing to do with that at all. It was like, you as a true crime content creator, you can't.
She seems to think she's some sort of trailblazer.
You can't.
She's not. She's an adequate Google reader.
You can't gatekeep news.
You know what I mean? At best.
It's like news or something that's already happened. When I cover it, I've covered some cold cases. I cover some of the newer cases as well. You do a wee bit as a true crime content creator. You better cover a bit of everything. You put your own little. Obviously, everyone has their own little touch in regards to it. Some people seem to take some sort of glee from it.
Yeah.
Really. But I'm actually, the more I'm discussing this, I can't see her coming back. If she does come back for this.
Oh, do you know what? Unfortunately, she won't go anywhere. She literally won't, because she's still got sycophants.
I'm worried about the mods.
And it brings numbers in that they won't see what you're saying. They won't. None of them see it until they've been turned against. It's really sad. I mean, they're not the only mods on the app that.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody where that so many people have turned against as well. It's not somebody in the true crime community.
I mean, I'm not au fait with the true crime community, I've got to say, other than my own keen interest. But that were a few years ago. I mean, I've just spent the last 5 years, I won't go into it too much, but in Crown Court on historic child stuff. So basically, I've been doing TikTok just to take my mind out of the real world for now. But the people, I mean, she, I'm not being funny. She knows no more about true crime than I know. I have no degrees apart from obsession. What it's like with ADHD. You find something and you hyper focus on it for God knows how long. Might be minutes, it might be fucking months. So that's where I've been. But just some of the people on here, and she's one of the main ones, she's just diabolical.
I think
the control that she thinks that she deserves. It's just unbelievable.
I think and it lies that she's got all these degrees and stuff like that. If you put something like that out there, I always say it, and as the truth always comes into the light. It always will at one point, and the truth will be outed, no matter how much you try and hide it. And especially when you're peddling something on the internet or pushing something on the internet, it's there for the world to see. And it doesn't take much to do Google searches on somebody. It really doesn't at all.
And that's basically what her degree depends on. Sorry, inverted commas degree.
No, like I said, I don't hide the fact that I mean I can when I'm doing
not talking about yours.
No, I do it on videos as well. I can
I'm not disputing yours whatsoever. Did that come across wrong?
I'm
not disputing yours whatsoever.
But not what I meant. She gives people like me a bad name.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not disputing yours for a moment.
No,
I've never seen it before, but I've heard her spouting off. I've seen her reading off the screen badly.
Yes.
No, I didn't mean you at all. If
No,
that
no,
came
no, no, no.
across
I was
like
just
that,
saying,
it's
just
all
in
right. I'm
general,
sorry about that.
it puts people like me in a bad place as well, because I've seen it elsewhere, and it's just like I'm
Yeah,
literally sitting and they're like, oh, she's just doing. Oh yeah, the truth is coming to the light, Tara. But I've seen people saying, "Oh, but it's just about this. It's just about this," and I'm sort of sitting there, and I've been maybe in the comment section. I was just like, so maybe I'll just stay quiet for the rest of this live, and I'll just tap the likes instead,
yeah.
because it get that awkwardness.
And
It's like,
people like you shouldn't be muted because you
mm,
have got an observational point of view that's not biased in any way. You're reporting on what you've heard so far.
mhm.
Not throwing in that. Well, personally, I think she killed him and all that absolute
Yes, yo, that's so
bollocks.
wrong. Like
Yeah.
the only times that I've been very much like, no, there's something really quite suspect going on here, or I truly believe what we're getting told. One was actually the baby Emmanuel case where and as soon as I heard that, I was just like, no, that there's something not right about what that person that what
I'm
this
not familiar
mother
with
just
that
said.
either. I'm sorry.
And the fact that the police weren't reporting it and stuff like that, it made me more suspicious. And then obviously I dug into it a little bit more, found out about the mum's family history and stuff, and I went, this is not looking great at all. And that's the only time I would say, from a fresh case perspective, that I immediately went, no, I'm watching this, and as much as my opinion is this, but if I'm wrong, then I'm going to come out with it and say it. But it was very much of my opinion. Everything that's been discussed, it looks really suspect. There's not getting treated in a specific way and stuff. And especially the more I dug into it, and I was very like, oh my word. And then I actually turned it to be right, and that
Yeah.
was probably the only time that I've actually pushed a specific. And obviously, thinking about the evidence stacking up against somebody that hadn't went to court, the person ended up pleading guilty anyway. And that's the other time that I've been very much like, the evidence is stacked up. They've done their homework.
Yeah.
Um, and it's safe to say, as much as we have to be on the fence and impartial and say they're innocent until proven guilty, the fact that isn't any other suspect. There is 64 terabytes worth of the evidence against said person. I can't see it being anybody else. That's the only other times, and it's very rare that I'll go in specifically on that. It's just like, we'll wait and see what says. We can say what our opinion is, but we can't say, like,
Yeah.
to literally, for the Adriana Young case as well, the way she treated that, it was disgusting. She clearly had a thing for Sir Brian.
Yep,
That
absolutely.
was
From what I've
100%.
seen and heard today in Pearl's Live, I agree.
She had a thing for that. The fact that she didn't, she hated the fact that he called Sexy Fata, which was her
Uh-huh.
actual username, Sexy
Uh-huh.
Fata. She went
Uh-huh.
off about it, and this was obviously at the
But not just
autopsy.
that, it's like every guy she comes across, she automatically thinks fancies her because she's such
Yeah,
an artist. How could they possibly resist? And she's got such a fantastic sense of humour. How could they resist? I mean, there was the musician guy, wasn't there? Oh, I can't remember his name.
but then there was also that whole John George case as well, when she was in contact with the suspect. And she claimed that she was speaking to the suspect on WhatsApp and Snapchat and stuff, and she's putting it
Suspect of
out there.
what?
And I'm like,
Suspect of what?
the John George case, because it was a murder that had obviously happened abroad. The person went missing at first. She was in contact with the person, and she was pointing the finger of blame at the girlfriend and stuff. And there was some threats made against her. Put it that way. And the person the suspect in that case has been bailed as well. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I did make the joke of going, oh, maybe we need to watch her back. I never done it, but it was publicly. But it's been out there anyway. Other people have said
Go
it
for
rather
it.
than me.
Go for it.
But it was a case of the fact she needs to be careful with what she's putting out there. And she said that she was in constant contact with these people as well. And it's like, but why are you putting yourself in constant contact with somebody? What if you hurt the case? What if you're held liable because you've said something?
Why would you even want to be involved in a case like that?
Because she wanted the
No,
limelight.
the infamy, pick me, pick me.
Mhm.
But why would you want to be involved when somebody's being unalived? I mean, it's pretty barbaric, to be fair.
And then the lies she put out of the Nicola Bulley case, the lies that she put out of the Jake Slater case as well. And she's still
Why people like that can't get prosecuted, I'm not sure. Like I
Yeah,
say earlier, when that woman got sent to prison for saying burn down, blah blah blah, last year or so by
but
the
the thing
government,
is,
sent her to prison, Lucy, whatever. But these people get away with this.
if her account has been taken down, if her account has been told to come down from the police, and the police have told her to take that
I hope that's the case.
a subpoena will have obviously been submitted already, um, to find out what she's been saying. And but from what I heard, everybody that was reporting has obviously been doing the screen recording. As allegedly, again, I'm saying allegedly because I don't know this is fact, but allegedly there's a Google Drive with all the information on it as well. I'd seen pictures of screen grabs of the reports getting put in. It was obviously that the terrorism act, because she had talked about burning down paying somebody to continually burn down the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the case all evidence has been going to the police by March. Yeah, I do think, from what I heard, there was a Google Drive, but again, I can only say alleged because I don't know as that's fact. But like, there is obviously the two specific mods that I'd actually seen, that had put in information, and there was a threat against London Star as well, who was, that was disagreed with the way that she had obviously covered the Adriana Young case, and there was like even her young daughter.
People in the comments condemning London, saying I can't remember, saying that they'd had a bloody they'd been going at Hayley for some time, picking on her, things like that, and I just thought, nah.
It's not like maybe it could have been toned down a little bit, but everybody deals with things in a different way, and everybody's accents are different as well. Yeah, I am. I know a lot of what Ginger Gemini will say, because I've obviously been seeing things that's going on, and Ginger Gemini knows that she's got my full support anyway.
Poor Ginger. I mean, she battled hard today, and she did an absolutely brilliant job. But you could hear her voice faltering. She could have done with a bit of backup. I'm not saying anything about Kiki there, because that girl is being an absolute bloody warrior at the moment.
I forgot it was live. And I caught it when Delusive Angie was saying what she was saying about Ginger, and I was so mad. So angry, saying that, and I was just like, that's not true, and I immediately went to AD, and I was just, how dare Delusive Angie say this, especially the fact that it's on the Savage group on Facebook. Obviously there was a big discussion about Delusive Angie, I think last year, and the fact that she was proven to be abusive to her mum. And
I mean, she first caught my attention when I first joined TikTok, when her and AI were discussing his crime of armed robbery against pedalos. And she said that armed robbery was a lot worse than that. And it just irked me with my history and blah blah blah. And there's no humility about the woman.
Oh,
I got no humility. She's barely human, I'll tell you now.
From a lost account, I remember the first time I came across Delusive Angie, and she had vomit down her, and she was clearly out her face, and she was battling, if I'm not mistaken, is it Zach Debrat or something like that?
Jesus Christ, I cannot bear that man either.
But anyway, and I literally went into the comment section, because this was looking like somebody that had to come off alive.
Yeah,
because they were in such an intoxicated state that.
If you followed me, Tinkleberry, you'll see what she was doing. I don't know what time is it now, but last night or something, she was speaking against Canadian Angie and the language, because apparently she started on the buzz balls about 9:30 a.m. and ended up doing 5 and a bottle of red wine, and the vile splurge coming out of her mouth. I mean, I personally don't call her delusive Angie. I call her repulsive Angie, repugnant Angie. There's, like I say, there's no humility about her. There's nothing. I think possibly she does suffer from some sort of mental illness where she literally gives no fucks about anything whatsoever at all.
Yeah.
Very strange person.
Skelly, just for what you were saying about her mum having a go at her, that's what I'd seen, but it looked super aggressive, like super aggressive to her mum. And then there was some lies that was said where I've taken this from the group directly. She had brought up something was meant to be a load of bullshit about her mum, and her mum come in screaming, going, "Why are you saying that? That is not true. You're only doing it for the lies and stuff." And she ended up to get the viewers and get the live people in.
Is that recent? Oh, I mean, it's a very it's a very repetitive thing, to be fair.
But I hadn't seen it. I had never came across her. And the one time that I come across her, she was it was Zach the Brat, because she was battling with Zach the Brat, and I went in and was just like, for all those people she lied about getting punched in the face, really. I came out and it was like, for all those people that are here and you are obviously clearly sending the gifts in, which means you're condoning this. This to me looks like a troubled woman that really needs to come off live.
No, she's more than troubled. She's evil. Well, evil's a bit far. I'll save evil for Marcus M's.
But then I got Marcus M's another that.
Oh. But as for Zach the Brat, did you not notice him absolutely manipulate the mental health services the other week? When he decided to need a break, and I don't know, certain commentators.
Was he not in like some sort of ward or something like that?
Yeah. Checked himself in, but made out his friends all forced him there. Although his suitcase was a rather large suitcase packed and things. He were there for days. He were there over Christmas Day, actually. Complained about his Christmas dinner. Showed a picture of a chicken leg, some potato, and about 9 sprouts. And then a friend of his took a Christmas dinner in for him. And then he was outraged because the facilities wouldn't warm it up for him. And then he went on to wonder when he could get his hair dyed in there and things. Yeah. That man is a complete and utter manipulative leech. I know I'm speaking out, and might be people that he might get back to, but I can't cope. He's so transparent, and I don't understand.
I mean, to be fair, the chances of this being coming across other people is pretty slim. I'm small fry.
Oh, exactly, and I'm invisible. So, yeah.
And that tired, Gerard Rowan, Caden
I forgot even to look at any.
No, it's all right. I'm trying to catch up on them as well. Tried to say someone was at the door and some guy punched her.
Oh, that's Angie.
Then that's Jesus. But then I know that these are the people that have done nothing but entertain. Like Haley.
Is that inverted commas? Entertain.
Yeah, we'll go over it. But they've done nothing but entertain Haley, and then for Angie to go in on.
I see what you mean. Sorry, yeah.
When for Delusive Angie to go in on Ginger Gemini for this, I was utterly disgusted. That's where I caught it from, and I was literally like, she said what?
I just caught the tail end of that. But that's repulsive Angie all over. She just wants to get in and stir the pot and attract the attention. She doesn't give a flying frog what she says. She's all about the ructions, a bit like Toxic Dan. It's just the more ripples you can cause. If they turn into massive waves, the better, because it's all attention and But yeah, repulsive Angie. She has to pop her head in wherever it is. And it'd be okay if she let people speak, but she doesn't. She interrupts. Bloody coitus interruptus. I mean, I'm guilty of the same, but yeah, she does it on purpose. She's just a pretty despicable person, to be honest.
And you don't like it when the attention on someone else, and I know at times so it's going
Exactly.
to be right back. One of the things that I noticed is when I popped into that live at that point, there was 4.7k that was actually watching that for live. She's clearly, maybe she was cam 2 in beforehand or whatever, because I heard that she does cam 2. And maybe she just thought that that was a perfect opportunity to pop into the live and start some stuff. Do you know what made it worse about that as well? You know, 2 nights ago, Ginger Gemini was defending her.
Maybe because they're both ginger. God knows. Bless her. Although I do love Ginger Gemini.
Yeah,
I were
do as
being,
well.
I were taking it
Like,
lightly then.
I
But
think that's what
you
made it
can't
worse.
rely on Angie for anything. Don't rely on Angie to be on your side, to be back up or anything. She'll be on your side one day, and the next day she will kick the rug from under you. She'll kick your feet from under you. She doesn't give a shit. She doesn't get it. There's no human level there. She doesn't. There's no sympathy, let alone empathy. There's nothing like that. She's not that kind of human being, in my opinion.
That's it's incredibly concerning. I mean, you see Ratty all the time, like getting out her face on her lives and stuff like that. I'm banned. I was blocked on my old account, so I could probably see her on this account if I looked for her. I was blocked for old one because of all that stuff that happened with Lindsay.
Oh, don't get me going on Ratty.
There was a comment. Basically, there was a comment from her, and immediately I caught on a video, because I think it was a screen recording or something, because she was trying to defend herself, and I immediately popped back in and was just like, "There's some things that should never be discussed on an app, and that is this. I would never dream about discussing a case, because obviously what my name is, that a live that is about that, when it could, especially if it's not going to court or anything like that, because it can be incredibly harmful, and it's really quite disturbing to even to type about putting that on blast. As soon as I put that comment up, right, it blocked me, and it was just like, well, it's not a loss about the fact that I was blocked on that one. But I was very much like, I said it because I said it, I done it on purpose. I said it on purpose because I was just like, just got to see it from a perspective from absolutely everybody. I was disgusted at that, but then TikTok allow that to happen. I don't understand.
Beyond disgusting. And exactly why? How can TikTok allow that? I mean, it's on my page. It's on lots of pages. And the most blood boiling thing about it is she's got no. She's not sorry. She doesn't give a shit. She's not bothered at all.
Because she swung that back in about around with getting sympathy, because she
because everybody turned against her.
But the
and for a little while she fell off, but now there's somebody there called Jojo at the minute that started sending her bloody gifts off Amazon again.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like,
why? Because she uses people for the sake of using people.
Oh, she's beyond reprehensible.
How many ex-mods are sitting in that in the Savage group on Facebook now? I mean, like,
exactly.
Like, yes, we feel sorry for them to a degree, but at the same point,
I wasn't part of the team, and I don't think the team actually were all bullshit. But the team did not, I don't think, pay for the tattoo cover up.
No. It was a mistake. It was a mistake.
That fucking tattoo, though.
I'm actually still trying to find. I'm still trying to find that account that I used to talk to about this on here, because it was on my old account, and I thought.
I know you'll have to PM me who you are in the group.
Yeah. Oh, I totally will. Yeah. I'm not very chatty, but on the odd occasion I will.
No, me neither. But my name's a bit different in there, so it's RR. I'll fucking tell you now. I'm rancid ratty.
I totally will. I'll message you and tell you who I am. But because I am on the Discord, but I'm not. I don't really talk on the Discord.
Oh, I don't go in Discord. I'm not in any Discord or anything.
I was only on the Discord because remember the group initially was lost.
Oh, hell. Well, she's so powerful, she got us taken down.
Oh, that was hilarious, especially the fact that it was a Facebook mistake as well, and pretty much every single group that was out there.
Exactly.
And she thought it was because she got us removed.
The sort of glitch that Marcus Ems started from the top. She went straight to Zuckerberg. Oh, she's an absolute cabbage.
Yeah, but like,
But she annoys me. It annoys
actually,
me.
I'm
It annoys
surprised.
me the grip she has on everybody because literally her brain hasn't developed beyond the age of about 14 or 15. Um,
I'm like,
Very strange.
I'm surprised that her and Haley aren't really good friends.
Well, no.
Yeah, perfect match.
There's a hella whole crime book on Ratty though.
Mm. Yeah, it's questionable.
Yeah,
Some of
you
the things
got
in her is
you
very
got
questionable.
unalived homeless men.
Mm. Remember, alleged. We
Oh,
stick with
sorry,
alleged. We stick with alleged.
allegedly,
Hmm.
and allegedly people getting spiked and shitting all over the shower. Allegedly,
Hmm.
although
Yeah.
we did see the boo boo.
Hmm.
Yeah, and allegedly she's had 49,000 people on her bed since ooh,
Thank you for being
last
here,
week.
Mirangels. It's very much appreciated.
Allegedly.
Uh, yeah, the alleged things that we have on her is quite yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot on her, and she
she
gets
is.
away with
She
it.
is a
You know,
despicable.
I literally had a glass, right? You can't see what's in it at all.
Hmm.
And earlier, and I got one of the warnings show up. Whereas she is clearly using those latte cups to drink whatever from, and has actually purposely showed that she's drinking the buzz balls and stuff. And it's like,
No,
how'd you get away with it?
and she pulls the V.G out of the cupboard and slops that in, and then goes for the cherry aid out of the fridge. Everybody knows what she's doing.
Mhm.
Like everybody knows what she's doing when she's
And,
putting inverted commas sprinkles into her
and
cigarettes.
yes, the devil's lettuce stuff as well. Like it's pretty
Mm,
damn obvious because you can
yes.
see her eyes changing as well. Because you can see her eye. I mean, although she's obviously immune to a certain degree of it because of how much she uses of the devil's lettuce, but it
Yeah.
does start to affect her towards the end of her life. And it's like,
I actually think the last batch she got was spice because it really did knock her out. Um, and then she got a delivery the other day, believe it or not, and she struggled to get a bloody massive feet. Yes, please, Dad. She struggled to get a massive feet into these rather small shoes, Converse. So she got a delivery then, and then sort of a couple of days later, obviously she'd forgotten, and she was saying, "Oh, I've only got sprinkles left. I need to order another delivery," which makes me think, 2 days ago and all that, what was being delivered then? Snowflake
mm,
emoji.
yeah,
Yeah, she's an
it's,
absolute troglodyte. I'm sorry, she's vile.
and then you've got that who's about as entertaining as watching paint dry Brett coming on there.
Oh,
Oh, him with that fat.
banal Brett. Do you know his real name's Barry?
Why does that not surprise me? Because he's this is born as his
I
name.
know.
I've never seen somebody so boring. Like I saw his live once, and he was talking about all these fastings. Oh, I can't stand him either. He was talking about all these fastings and stuff, and how he went so many days without having something to eat. So I reported it for dangerous eating or something like that. And TikTok came back and said they found no violation, and I was just like, "Why are you lying?"
Never. They never find violations with these people. But Brett's one of the top earners, you know. He earns about
Mm,
300 or 400 quid every day.
I don't know
So,
how because he's so boring.
I, I know, I know.
Even say like give us some videos that's entertaining or give us some actual content, not just like sit on live and discuss nothing.
Coconut skin. But he does do videos. I don't watch them, but I think he comes across on his videos as a bit of a hard man. Some of him in the gym looking like Popeye and stuff like that.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh,
God.
I'd like to be fair, like fair play to them. They found something that worked, but like I heard that gives entertainment and no one watches. But then, Void, the thing is, people do watch because people gift them.
I know.
Really?
I think they well, hey, I think they mother him, but you must have seen in the group on Facebook a bit ago. I think I posted it once before, repost. Um, that at one point because I think they're mainly female gifters,
Mm,
and this a lady gifter was in who'd lost her son previously, and oh God, I think she gifted against whoever his opponent was.
mm.
And he started ranting on about her gifting the opponent because she was jealous because he was still alive and her son wasn't. Yeah. So Brett's a nasty little piece of work as well. So don't be fooled by his boring exterior.
Nasty
He's
little.
yeah,
That's probably obviously why him and Ratty are
they
so
get
friendly.
on. She's
Mm,
definitely got something over him though. The way she talks to him, Brett, Brett, Brett. And eventually he's like, yes, Ems, what do you want? If they're in, there were four of them over there. I can't remember who else were in, but it was like, my God,
well,
Brett.
he spent long enough for. Did he not stay for her birthday night, or was that the other person? Oh no, that wasn't the other person. Did she not? He not stay on her birthday night?
I don't know if he got a taxi home,
No,
but that wasn't his first visit there anyway. He'd been
no.
there a couple of
Like,
years before.
like the appalling way she treats them, and then obviously that whole setup. Oh yeah, because that was really fake.
Are you on about? Oh, hey, what do you think
When he
about
turned up,
Sean Saunders?
there's something wrong about him.
Very wrong.
He got a
You must have
criminal
you must have seen
record.
my video. You must have seen my video, where, especially in the group, where
When?
it was the end of the night in the club oldies, and he were purposely videoing that woman's back and her arm and her
Mhm.
boyfriend and all the rest of it, and then she
And the
noticed.
accidental
Uh,
bumping into. Yes.
oh, you could count the hairs on her arm. He was that close.
Hmm.
Absolute creep. Not
Hmm.
safe. Not a major red flag. And
Yeah.
now he's seen a girl on TikTok, right, who lives in Wales, South Wales. She's been in 3 domestic violence relationships, so she's obviously not a great judge of character.
Hmm.
He's already stayed there for a weekend, and she's got 4 children under the age of 10. Yep.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for popping in, Skelly. I'm going to keep calling you Skelly, by the way, because it's funny. It was very much appreciated. And you have an awesome night as well.
Do you know what? I've come across as a right drunken gossip tonight, haven't I?
I don't care. I don't mind. Like I said, this had nothing to do with crime. That well, we end up mentioning, and obviously it got
Wrong.
brought up, so it was only natural that I was going to end up talking about it because it got brought up. I
Crime and
don't.
wrong uns go hand in hand.
Yes, they certainly do.
Yeah.
Very much so. Like, and you know, there's plenty of wrong ones on that's been on TikTok. I mean, that's Lee Sutherland. That's him jailed for 9 years. You know, he acted like he was some
Yeah.
weird.
Fuck's sake.
They never named him as a solicitor on the newspapers. That's for sure. Um,
Well, he wasn't a solicitor, was he?
nah,
He was
he
a
was acting like he was
solicitor.
like some solicitor lawyer person. Obviously, that was a whole load of absolutely
Oh,
like.
bollocks. But you can put what you want on here. There's no, you don't
Mm,
have to justify it or, prove it or anything like that.
yeah, unless somebody decides to deep dive you. I remember a friend, an old friend of mine from work. He was being friendly with them lot, and I was just like, yeah, I've never talked about them. I was just like, but please be careful if you're being friendly with those people. I was like, because they're maybe not who they say they are going to be. Well, they seem nice enough, and I was just like, yeah, just be careful. So I've been on the app long enough to know where the bad one, how some of the bad ones can be.
Yeah.
So, and obviously with the
Get a
kid.
feel for somebody straight away.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not always the best judging character for like between who can be
Even if you don't speak, it's like watching somebody. I mean, it's like when I don't know how long I've been on the app, maybe 2 years, maybe I don't know. But
Mm,
when I first came across Haley, um, there were just immediately there was something off, and I tried watching. I think I got through maybe 3 joining of a lives. I didn't last very long in there, and eventually I said something, and I were immediately blocked. So I bet I've been on a block list for 2 years now, if not more. But you just get a certain feeling about people.
I mean, I'm like, all in all, and that includes my hacked account that I couldn't get back, which is still on the, like I said, it's still around, but I can't get it back because it was password changed and stuff. And we tried to scam me to get them with that account back, and I told them where to stuff it. And the TikTok did nothing about that. But all in all, what be coming up for 6 years that I've been on the app for.
Right.
Well, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
And honestly, finding that Savage group on Facebook was like one of the best things I ever found.
It's
honestly.
hilarious, isn't it? It's
Absolutely brilliant.
literally.
Like,
First place I head to every morning, and obviously I usually have a dump because I dump because I'm a country
it's healthy.
So yeah, whatever rancid ratty dumps, that's me. So yeah, it's all good in the hood.
Well, I think I've been on for much longer than what I was anticipating. So thank you for popping up. It's actually been really nice to chat.
Thank you. It's not what I usually do, and I'll probably regret it when I sober up tomorrow.
Honestly, you're absolutely fine. We've not said anything that's not actually been going on the app, to be perfectly honest.
I wouldn't say anything that I haven't posted. You know, we all know the dance.
We all know what's going on, and it's just been a general chit chat in regards to it as well. So it's absolutely fine. You've been absolutely lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. But this is obviously to everybody else. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. It was very much appreciated. If you've seen people in the comments, but please drop them a wee follow. I'm sure you'll get a follow back in regards to it.
Definitely.
We're building a community as well as obviously supporting each other as well. And who's better than being a supportive of each other? Always do it, because at the end of the day, you just come in and support me. I expect everybody else to be supported too.
It's been lovely to meet you, my darling.
Been lovely to meet you too. But thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for the follows at the taps and the gifts as well. You really obviously don't have to. It's always appreciated though. But I will see you all on the wonderful streets of TikTok. I'll give you a little message after this, Tinkleberry. But thank you for being here, and good night, everybody.
Bye.